Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be carrying on with the journal that we're making. I did do a little poll just to ask you guys which one you wanted to see next. I was going to make one on the ephemera packs. I'll do that next time, but you guys were more interested in seeing another episode of this. So I thought I will grab it back out and we'll carry on. So let's see where we're up to. We've done all the inside pages. I hope you guys have had a good weekend. Let me grab some lace here. I didn't get up to much this weekend actually. I was at the shops. I went to a couple of thrift shops. Did some shopping. No, I didn't really get too much actually. Just a couple of things. I did hit up the Maya sale, which is it's really good at the moment. It's 75% off all their Christmas decorations and things like that. So I love to go and get my Christmas decorations after Christmas because you can get some really nice ones for a really reasonable price. So I went along and I did that. I popped into a few op shops, got some fabrics. If you guys follow me on Instagram, I did post on my Insta stories and that kind of thing. So that was really my weekend. I had a bit of a lazy Sunday. I didn't do too much, but that was, yeah, essentially my weekend, and now we're back to the beginning of the week. Okay, so I did pop and get some lace, as you can see here. So I thought I would start this off with putting some lace down the front of our book here. I think it's, yeah, I think it goes quite nicely. I think though, I think I'm going to leave some of the fabric showing, so it's kind of like that. I'm thinking. I did like the look of it on the inside more than the outside though. I thought it matched these colours really well on the inside. So of course I'm definitely going to pop that on there. But this is my favourite lace to pick up from Spotlight actually. To add to my books and stuff. So yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll just, I think we'll add that one. I think it's okay. I did grab some more glue too. And this is a new one. I haven't tried this one. It's Helma 450 quick dry adhesive. But goodness, it was quite expensive. I think it must have been about $11 full price, but it did have a 25% off, so I did get it for about $8. But still, $8 is quite expensive for a glue, if you ask me. So let's hope it's a good one. So I'm gonna run this one down here just to finish off our outside cover, and then I'm gonna carry on with the inside today. Hope you guys can see okay there. Move it up a little bit. I think I'll pop that about there with some of that fabric still showing. So I still have my old setup happening here. I don't have the attachment that I need to use my new camera yet, but yeah, what can you do? The mailman's not quick. Okay, and I'm going to grab some scissors and I'm just going to trim that off. Yeah. So that's our front piece. I hope it looks okay. I wasn't 100% sure about the lace, to be quite honest, but I was looking for other laces and I didn't find anything else that I thought would go either. So hopefully, let me know what you guys think about this lace, because I don't know, it's not bad, but I don't think it's the best option either. So do we have another piece of cutout here? No, I thought I did. Sorry guys. Oh, hang on. Over here. It's over here. Add this one to the back here. Yes, I wasn't a particularly interesting weekend in my household. So Sometimes it's too hot to go anywhere in summer. I was thinking about going to the pool, but we wanted to go in the late afternoon, and on Sundays they close at like 4 o'clock. So, and it's an outdoor one, and I try to avoid the midday sun, you know, I get heat stroke really easily. So I try to avoid the midday sun as much as possible and go out in the late afternoon here. But yeah, it was shut at 4 o'clock, so we didn't end up going. We actually got these, what do you call them? They were these fitness passes that we got as a family a few months ago, and it gets you into a lot of gyms and pools and things like that, but we haven't been so good at using them just yet. We're still trying to find a gym we like and that kind of thing. Alright, so there's the front and the back with some lace, and I'm going to add this to the inside here, and then we'll carry on with the other pages. A lot of you guys said that you'd like to see the process on me grabbing other pages out of books, so I did grab a bunch of books. I've got a pile of books next to me, so we'll go through them and have a look. That one. I'm hoping the mailman doesn't turn up and knock on the door while I'm videoing as well. I'm sorry if he does, because it did say that there was a delivery today, so sometimes they're so loud, they're like bang bang bang, Australia Post. So sometimes I like jump out of my skin when they do that. But I guess they're just trying to make sure that you're that you hear them and your parcel isn't left like outside too long. So yeah, I guess I'd rather that than risk having a parcel stolen from out the front. But yeah, he nearly gives me a heart attack every time. And he's like, he does it, and then he like runs away back to his van, and by the time I'm at the door, he's like speeding away. So, and I'm like, thanks. Anyway, and then we'll put this one here. Yeah, I think that goes really nicely on the inside actually. It's kind of got this vintagey vibe happening on there. I hope it goes with my sort of scrappy collage on the inside in the end. I hope it's not mismatched, because that's what I was worried about with painting the cover. I thought I didn't want it to be sort of mismatched in its style, if you know what I mean. Okay. And I ran out of baby wipes and I forgot to pick them up, so I'm going to have glue hands for most of this video. So there's our lace. I'm going to trim that one up, and then we're going to get started on the inside pages, which I'll just carry on sort of decorating, and I hope they come out okay. I hope this whole book comes out okay actually. I hope it'll be okay to give away to one of you guys. But yeah, you guys will talk about that later, but you don't have to enter into the giveaway or anything if it's not to your liking. Okie dokie. So I'm just going to put those bits of lace down there, and this one we'll try and tidy up a little bit so we've got room. Hopefully I did all that straight. Yeah. Okay, and we've got this here. So I was thinking about because I'm not adding pockets to the inside cover. I was thinking about adding some pockets over these stitched areas and then kind of alternating, like patching up these areas so you've got writable spots and that. But I thought most of this side of these pages is going to be journaling spots, so most of our pockets and things will go over on this side. Yeah, so I was kind of thinking I don't know, how many pockets will be too much. We might do every third or fourth page with a pocket or something like that. So that's what I'm going to do here. But I think first we'll have a look at some more pages and we'll assemble another signature. A bit of a rough signature anyway. So I've grabbed a few books. A lot of these come from, let me just put this aside so that we can see all the books here. Oops, sorry guys. What's this one? Canary breeding. This is just such a lovely, lovely image, but once again, I don't know about that. Some of these are really cool images, but I don't know where I'd use them. They're quite lovely. I do love the sort of retro photography in them. So this is about using the ones we're not going to use. Look at us here. So I love birds. I actually had, they were a type of finch that I had when I lived in Tasmania for 1 year. And I got two, and the lady told me they were two females, but after some time I noticed them go into the little house and they weren't coming out, and I finally had a look inside and there were eggs in there. So yeah, it wasn't two females, it was a female and a male, and I ended up, from those two, I think they just kept breeding, and I had babies galore, and they were so adorable, just the loveliest little birds, and I made sure they got a really, really good home in the end. Sorry guys, I get off track, but look at us here. It's so cute. I don't know if there's any that, I mean, I don't really want to use the ones that have all writing. Well, yeah, I guess they're okay. We'll pull one out that's got writing on it, but yeah, we'll grab one that's got writing out of here. So I'm not going to use that. And then we'll have a look at this one here. This was one that was out of the free bin out the front of the op shop. It's called Once a Jolly Swagman, and The Ballad of Waltzing Matilda. So a very Australian book here. But we'll grab these front pages because I'm not going to use those in journals. Okay, it's tearing out too, so I might use that one and that one. I have no idea what this is actually about, this book. I'll grab the back side of it as well. I do like these coloured pages and the fronts and the backs of books. So we'll put that one aside and that one aside. What else we've got here? We've got this one. It's Familiar Garden Birds of America, but this book only had a couple of pages in it. And I actually really love this cover, and I want to make that into a journal at one point. So we'll tear out that one and tear out this one here as well. So we've got a few pages out of that book. Grab this cool green coloured one out the back here. We can use that as well. On the side, we've got this one here, which is the Ever-Changing Woodlands. Let's see what's in here. I don't really use like pages like these in my journals with the photography and stuff, but I think I grabbed it because I love some of the illustrations in them. So yeah, see, I've already cut out some things. And that's like, let's grab this one. It's not something I typically use in a journal, but it's okay. It's good. Different size anyway. I'm in frame, guys. Sorry, I've tried to straighten my camera up a little bit this time, and it means I'm working a little bit ahead here. And these mushrooms are cool. Actually, I'll probably cut those out at one point. Oh, we have this one kind of similar, so we'll grab that one as well. So I think I'll just keep creating today, guys, and if it gets too long I might split this video into two, just so we can push on with the book. Traditional British Cooking for Pleasure. Now, this one here was out the front in my free op shop bin as well, so we'll grab this cool page in the front. It's got a picnic table on it. We'll use that one. Let's see what else. We've got some recipes and things in here. They're quite cool, especially if you're making a cooking journal, which I've never done, but I have so many of these old retro kind of cooking books. Let's grab this one. Just got some writing and stuff on it out of there. Visions and Profit Studies in the Business Career of T.S. Mort. No idea what this book is. I did take the cover off it. It's a cool cover though, once again. This is very old, I think. Here's a very dapper looking gentleman. 1961. Yes, this actually, I want to pull out some of these because these are the ones I use for journaling spots and that, so I'll always grab some of those out. Oh, cool. There's a cool little black and white image, but not something I'll use, but we'll pull that out. We'll pull this one out as well. Oh, this must be the guy. I've already ripped pages out of this, you can see. I'll have to neaten that one up. What else have we got here? The Herb of Grace. Look at this cool vintage postmark in here. I remember getting this one up in the op shop up in the Sunshine Coast when I was up there. So this is 1948. We'll grab out these ones here because I like those little journaling spots as well. I want to get this one though as well. We'll add that one to the collection of papers. What else do we have? Oh, there was this one, another free one once again. This one here is in Dutch, and it's a gardening book that's in Dutch, so I grabbed it. I do like foreign languages and stuff. Let's grab this retro looking page out, this gardening page, and we'll add that to the pile. I think, yeah, we'll grab this one too. It's got a really cool pattern on it, but I wouldn't, yeah, I don't know, because I wouldn't really use the back of that either, so try and just grab a couple pages out of these books, so then we've got a variety of sizes to work with. Stitch by Stitch, Illustrated Encyclopedia of Sewing, Knitting and Crochet. It has this awesome yellow in the front here. Let's grab that. Contents pages, always good for making your collage tags out of and things like that. Let's grab this. Oh, cool. Crochet rose. I might leave that one. I do a little bit of crochet, but I can only do a simple granny square. But that's beautiful. That's cool. I think maybe I'll read that one. So let's pull out one of these sewing pages. I went through a phase of getting a lot of sewing books, so I do have an awful lot of sewing books. And my last book here that I grabbed is the Good Housekeeping Step-by-Step Cookbook. So there's some teapots on there. Page is a little bit bent up, but yeah, it's all full of all these pictures here. I don't really like to use the glossy pages, so we'll grab one that's not glossy. Spreads, we'll grab that one. Gosh, there's so many pages in here. I would not know what to do with all of these. I think, yeah, it was free, that's why I grabbed it, but other than that, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't buy something like this, I mean. Okay, so we've got a lot of pages here to work with now, so we'll start having a look at making another signature. I'll speed this bit up, guys, so I can just sort of play around and have a look at each piece. Okay guys, so I've kind of assembled another little signature here. I've made sure I've kept about 10 pages, so just, you know, varying sizes, sort of large, small, in that kind of order. So yeah, they're all just like this, and we'll do some collage and stuff. That one there might be quite nice if you did like your paper but kind of left a little border around so you could see some of that pattern. I think that would be quite nice to do that one. And then this one here, ugh, I really don't like this paper, but we'll just add it in because, yeah, that was the point of this book. So now we've got 2 signatures assembled, and we'll keep going. I think we'll add about 4, I'm thinking, once it's, yeah. I think we'll add about 4 signatures to this one. So we'll pop this second signature aside, and we'll take our little booklet out and we'll move this one over here as well. And we'll work on this. Gosh, the birds are noisy today, if you can hear them. My windows are open, so yeah. So I think we'll create a pocket on this side just to cover up the stitching, but on the other ones we'll sort of collage over them. And I've just got my scrap bin here that's, oh sorry guys, that's the wind blowing the doors shut. So I have my scrap bin here that's been growing and growing and growing. It doesn't get any smaller. So I think we'll get some scraps of paper, and we'll just create like some sort of a wonky pocket along here. So it's, sorry guys, I'll make sure I'm in frame so that's usable. Maybe we could add in some scrapbook paper as well. We'll do that. See how this sort of looks. I'm going to move that out the way so I can just measure how big to make this pocket here. And I kind of want to leave that one there, this music paper here, I want to leave that a bit wonky because I think that looks quite cool. And I think we'll be a little precise with this one, I think. We'll bring this up here. Oh, just mark it a little bit there and bring over my trimmer. But with these older papers, I find they can shred quite easily. But we'll just bring this over and see if it will anyway. So I've been gathering up some bits and pieces too to create this ephemera video, so I'm going to do that tomorrow. I've got two, oh that's right, I've got two different styles, I'll keep that one, of pockets that I'll be creating. So, because some people have been asking me about them, one lady, I think she liked more floral sort of style, so I've never made one of those before, so we'll do some of those in a bit of a floral style, and then I'll do my vintage ones as well. I've actually been getting some new images from online, so we'll make some new ones. I should leave that one quite high. I think that looks quite cool. I might leave that one there as the background, and then those two there can be pockets, and I might put a little notch in that, but I might leave that one as is because I quite like the wonkiness of the music paper there. So let me just check if that needs to be trimmed off the bottom so we can, or if it fits. Please fit. Actually, I think we might need to trim a little bit more off the side too. Yeah. Going to go in a little bit, but otherwise it fits lengthwise, so I'll just trim a little bit more off the side for this one. This is an awesome trimmer. I never had a good one like this before. Okay, aside, and I'm going to pop this down here, and I'll just trim, I'll trim the sides of this as well. Let's add this, kind of matches with the inside cover, doesn't it? So actually I need to make a little notch on that one as well, and it's got to be, let me have a look, see if I can sort of guesstimate this. So that's about, it's around about 11. It's going to be about 5.5 to the middle. Just roughly do this. Not about real perfection. But I aim that away or else it flies up in my face. Okay, so there's our little bottom pocket there, and they're uneven. This one here is going to be bigger, but that's okay. I hope the lighting's okay today, guys. It's a bit overcast here today, but there's no rain, and it creates shadows on here, so it's not very good for that. I wish if it was overcast it would at least rain. Because yeah, we haven't been getting a whole heap of rain here. Just going to run some glue up here, I think. I'll just sort of place that I might move it over a little bit so it's a bit more at angle. So there's that. Just like that. Sorry guys, I'll just grab my old cloth here and just just gonna, I think I'll trim this now, and then I'm gonna stitch it and we'll pop it over top. Let's see what it looks like inside the book. Actually, maybe I should do a bit of a collage on the front. Maybe, no, I might just leave it plain because we've got a lot of collage happening on the opposite side of the page, so I might just leave that plain. So I'm really happy you guys are enjoying this series. But I do hope that it turns out well now. Before, when I was making it, I was like, just gonna have fun, but now I really want it to work out okay. So hopefully it will. This glue comes out really fast actually, which I don't like. Let's sort of sit this in the middle here. Hopefully that's a bit straight. And here's our kind of wonky pocket we've got happening here. And then we'll do some sewing and we'll pop it in the book. For those of you guys who have who are Outlander fans, I need to watch the next episode tonight, so looking forward to that one. Alright, I'm going to go and do some stitching all around here, guys, and let's check it out actually. Let's put it in here and see what it looks like. It's because I'm impatient. Hopefully it'll be okay. What do you guys reckon? We're just going to lay it over top of that so it sort of hides the stitching, and then you've got a couple of little pockets here that you can put things in, and you can do your writing here and stuff. So okay, I'm going to go and do some stitching, so I'll pop you guys on pause and then I'll be back and we'll put this into the book. Alright guys, so I'm back now and I finished stitching this pocket. I had a bit of a disagreement with my sewing machine. I did tear my paper a little bit. It'll be glued down anyway, but yeah, anyway, so that's all stitched together, and now I'm just going to go and, oh, I've zoomed you guys in a bit more as well, so I hope that's okay now. I'm going to add some glue and we'll stick it over all of our sewing there, so it sort of hides it. Some pages can be left blank, and then if you wanted to, you could add a photo and stuff like that over the top. So, pick this up on the edge. Oh, it's upside down. You don't want to do that. So it's about right there. That way there's still some room there to just cut that thread. Still room there for the book to move. So there's that. I hope I did that on the right side too. Goodness, what if I did that upside down? That would be a worry. So there's a pocket now that's covering all the sewing on there, and you can put, you know, some tags and things in there would be quite sweet. This one here, you can pop them in up there. So that's one side done, so I'm pretty happy with that. I like this wonky pocket here. I think it's awesome. Probably would have been cool too if I did some wonky stitching down there, but I didn't. So I'll just pop those little tags aside and we will continue working. So we've done about 40 minutes so far, I think. So this one here, I'm just going to collage over it, and I'm going to do exactly what I did when I did my mini booklets, and I just grabbed papers and I sort of assembled them on the page, and I used some what do you call it, glue stick, and then I took it all to the sewing machine, I stitched it and I laid it straight down on top of that. So that's what I'm going to do there, but I don't know if I want to keep one side sort of more plain than the other or not. Maybe we'll keep this one a little bit plain. Let me see what I've got. I might do some little collage pieces, like, what else do we have? What have I got in here? Got stamped pieces. I've got all sorts in here. I'll take this lace out. This does not belong in there. I'm so disorganized. Maybe we'll do some, hang on guys, sorry. I've got to hunt about a little bit here. We could throw some textured pieces on there and that, just so it's not completely blank. We'll do something. We'll figure that out. Any more? We'll just, yeah, we'll do this. We'll add this piece in. I might make it a little bit wonky though. I might tear the edges and make this a bit of a wonky piece on the page, but keep it quite plain, just with a little bit of decoration. Just gonna roughly tear that. It might not cover all the sewing, but it's okay. At least it turns it into a usable piece again. Just rip this. Some of those rulers are quite awesome. They have the jagged edges and stuff you can get, so I wish I had one of those sometimes. I could just sort of rip it that. So I was out collecting some wildflowers this morning. I picked up a flower press from the thrift shop. Actually, I went to the thrift shop and I saw it there, and originally I tried to make myself a flower press. Tried to do a DIY sort of one, and I wasn't too happy with it, but I was at the thrift shop and I saw this one that was there, and I thought, oh, it'd be really, that's nice, I might grab that. And then I thought, no, I don't need it, I've made one, maybe I can make that one work. And I drove away, and then decided I would go back for it again. And by the time I went back, the op shop had closed, because they do close early on Saturdays. So I did pop down this morning and I grabbed it, and then I went for a little bit of a hunt about, and I got a few wildflowers and things like that, so to throw in there and see what it looks like. So I kind of had some ideas that I wanted to play around with, dried pressed wildflowers and my handmade paper, so I'll try and explore that option and see what I come up with. I've got a few ideas, so yeah. I don't know if I should leave this piece here or if I should create maybe something at the top. Yeah, maybe we'll cover up that tumo. I don't know. What do you guys think? I wish I could ask you in the moment. Maybe it would be nice if we added something there as a bit of decoration, and then you've got that piece. Or yeah, I think I will. I think I'll cover up the to my wife part, and then we'll add some of this awesome tablecloth here. I grabbed this tablecloth at an op shop and it was a 50% off day, so I think I grabbed it for like $1.50, and it was huge. And I've just been cutting pieces out and tea staining them. I have, oh, I'll show you. They've got these pieces on them. I don't exactly like this colour, but I did have some leftover green dye when I was doing the handmade paper, and so I threw some of the, this is, once again, it's from the tablecloth, and I cut these out and I dye them, and I like to use them on top of my my orders, some of my bigger orders, and I'm tied up with twine, and I've got this lovely piece on the front here. So this was the green that I used. I didn't particularly like the colour it came out, but it's thrown in there in case I want to use it ever. So I'm gonna just going to do a tiny little piece here, nothing huge, but we'll just sort of stitch that on. I think it might look quite nice. Up there maybe. So I'm going to stitch along there, and then I'm going to do some stitching around the side, and then we'll just place this piece over here. So I think that'll be our next piece. Yeah, we'll glue that, and then we'll take that to the machine. We'll come back and we'll carry on. Hope I can get these all done in a reasonable time. I don't want to rush, but I don't want to, oh gosh, I just flip it over. I don't want to work too slowly either at the same time. Normally I am quite a slow crafter. I do like to take my time with things. I like to have a good old cup of tea and put some good music on and craft away. Making it stick to there. So I'm going to pop that out of frame so that my phone isn't sort of focusing in and out. I might glue that down because then I'm going to stitch it straight to the page as well. This glue's coming out really fast, which I don't like. Pop that one up there. Just a little piece at the top. Should anything else? I think I'll try and keep these sides quite sort of the opposite to this, I think, because there is a lot going on this page, so it might be better just to keep that side a little bit plain. Maybe. I love stamping on fabric now. I've just been going crazy with it. I don't know if that's too much. It might be, I think. I think I'll leave that. It's quite cool, but I think I'll put it on another page. So I'm going to go and I'm going to stitch over here, and I'm going to probably do a zigzag border all around that, and then we'll pop that down. So I'll be back in a second. Okay guys, so I've just stitched around there. I've just used a zigzag stitch, and I've just sort of wonkily gone along, and done some stitching over there. These are quite fragile papers too, so I do need to be a little bit careful. Just going to move that out the way. Oh, I forgot we've got that cool window there to work with. We will just add some glue to the back of this, and we'll cover that over, and then we'll move on to the next page. I think I'm going to grab, where did I put that? Sorry guys, it's organised once again. Maybe I'll just use this one, but I'm running out. I just wanted to use my tape a little bit along the edges here, because sometimes when I put glue with that sewing is, it comes through the holes. It's okay, but sometimes I prefer to just add a little bit of tape and then add some glue as well. I don't really trust double-sided tape too much. I find after a while it comes off. I've had projects that I've worked on like a couple of years ago where I used to use double-sided tape quite a bit, and they've just fallen apart. Papers have fallen off and things like that, so I don't really trust it myself. Maybe some of the stronger ones are better. Yeah, I don't know how they will stand the length of time, but I just add glue as well just to be on the safe side. I'm just going to add some more. I might as well just take this off first before, because this is a quick drying glue. This one says, yeah, quick dried adhesive, so you gotta be quick. Yes, I want to go out and hunt about a bit more for some wildflowers, but I've noticed wherever they are, they're kind of in places that are quite inaccessible For example, we were driving on the weekend and I saw a lot of beautiful wildflowers out the window because we were on the dreadful M1 motorway. For you guys who live in Queensland, you'll know. And it was going, I don't even know, so super slow, so nothing much to do but peer out the window, and I saw some beautiful wildflowers growing, but there was just no way to get to them. So I want to try and find some beautiful ones to press. So I'll just add that there. Sorry if you can hear my kitties upstairs. They do make quite a ruckus up there. They're directly above me too. Okay. Add that back in. So that's our next page done. It's very simple. I'll add some more glue to that after. It's very simple, but sometimes simple is nice, you know. So we have our pocket there, we've got a plain page there. I'm gonna do a bit more collage on this one. So actually, where did I put that piece of paper? I want to use some grid paper. So I pulled out this grid paper and yeah, we'll just go for it. So I think after that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a small pocket here. So you've got a small one on that side. So we'll do our collage here. Roughly tear some paper. So this was a page out of Better Homes and Gardens book that I grabbed. And it has some really awesome images in it actually, but this one here is just quite a plain piece. So, oh, maybe we should use that piece that I liked, this piece of fabric. Then maybe we can do a little bit of something up there with this grid paper. And you get to see this lovely pretty pattern at the top here too, which is nice. So I'm just going to tear some of this grid paper here for the top piece. I'll try and do these 2 pages. I'll try and do as much as I can actually, and I'll see about splitting them into 2. But yeah, I've got a little bit of a sore neck today actually. I do get a lot of neck pain. So today it's caused me a little bit of problems. I find especially with working crafting, things like that, with my head sort of hanging down, it causes a lot of pain. Pop that piece there, and this one can go there, and this little piece can go there, and I think I'm going to get some, yeah, I'm going to grab some fabric and see what the fabric will look like up there. Let's bring over this big monster of a box here, because I think that's some pattern paper. I don't want to put any more. What's this? Nope, I don't like the look of that. Let's see what else we've got in this box. For so many fabrics, I grabbed a bunch of, what's this? No. I love this fabric. I'm going to have to go back and get some more. Maybe we won't. Yeah, I grabbed a bunch of fabrics actually from Not Shop when I was up hiking in the rainforest, a little town that's up there. And I had a packet of mixed sort of fabrics and stuff, so maybe we'll throw that down. We'll throw that down. We'll just stop trying to be so indecisive and just pop it down, I think. I'm terribly indecisive at times. And I find when I am more indecisive that I don't like what I've just done. And if sometimes I can just throw something down in it and I'm quite happy with it. So I'm trying to teach myself to do that more and more now. Pop that piece there and we'll do some stitching over it. And I'm going to pull this down a little bit, sorry. I'll throw this piece down. Yes, I'm going to be adding some more of those ephemera packs to the shop. Quite a few of you have been asking me about them and if I'm going to make some more and that kind of thing. So I'm definitely making some more this week and they'll be in the shop this week once I've done the video on them. Pop that there. I just love stamping on fabric actually. I've got so many stamps but they're in a drawer and I tend to not use things that are like in drawers and things. Like I've got this little thing here of stamps and I love these and I just use them all the time, but I've got an absolute stack of other stamps in a drawer that I have not pulled out. I just find I don't use them if they're not right in front of me. And yeah, I'm not the best at stamping. Okay, and you know I like these little holes here because you can thread like, I don't know, you can thread things through. I like to thread little ribbons and things through them. So that's quite cool. So we have that one sort of done now. I'm going to do this page and then I'll stitch them together, I think. I think we'll collage on this one as well because, yeah, it's only a small page. Let's do that. I can hear my son upstairs. He's swinging on his chair and I want to go and growl him. So, you're going to break your chair. But okay, might just tear that a little bit more. And I'll find something to put on the top. Sort of there. That kind of goes with the grid piece, and then maybe we'll add some plain here at the top. I love that this sort of just in its own, even if you just had two pieces of paper here, grid paper and some plain paper, I love that that kind of just creates the decoration by itself of the page. And I'm going to bring that down, I think. Just add some music paper. You can never go wrong with music paper, I don't think. If it's a bit torn, but we'll, super fragile, this piece. I'll add that to the top. There's our little collage piece there. So I'm going to do what I've done in the mini booklets, and I'm going to grab this glue and we'll sort of patch it together and then we'll stitch it. And we'll pop that one there. Just like that. Okay, so then I'm going to take this piece here to the sewing machine and I'm going to stitch all around it, and then I'm going to glue that down to there, and I'm going to take this and do some stitching. So I'll pop you guys on pause and I'll be back. Okay guys, so I've done some stitching now. I took this piece over to the sewing machine, I just stitched that together, and then this one here I have just stitched around this fabric piece here. I've done some zigzag here and just a little bit of straight stitch, so that again, that comes through to the next page there, but I'm going to create another little pocket over top of that one. This paper here is quite lovely, so I might just do like a lovely little border or something down there, and I'm not too sure. I'll definitely leave some of this paper here showing. It's quite nice, and I'm going to arrange it so that you can see it sticking out the top of that one. But anyway, we'll carry on. We'll pull that one up there a little bit, and we'll... I still did not find my other roll of tape. We'll just add this to the sides. And this one will be... oh, it's out. That's okay. We'll just add glue to the rest of it. I think this is quite a strong glue as well. But if there's anyone in Australia that does recommend a glue, I would, yeah, I'd be really happy to try. Whoops, another one. So let's just pop that one there. I'll try and cover up some of those staples a little bit too, so I don't want anybody to hurt themselves on staples. So that's there. And that's another 2 pages done. Yeah, it'll look good once it's all sewn together, I think. I think I'll trim up some of the sewing threads that are in here, but I'll leave the ones on the edges sort of dangling. And this one here, I'm going to do another pocket, so we'll have a look and see what else we can find for a pocket. What would look good? You could add scraps of... oh, we do have that wallpaper again. I wonder... well, not that piece though. Do I have my scrappy embellishments there? Those were test prints, I think. What else do we have? Nope. Lots of bits and pieces in here actually. Oh, it's pretty. Trying to look for a pocket, not for decoration on the other side. Here's more wallpaper, but that's not big enough. We could just use scrapbooking. I've got a lot of offcuts here because I was preparing. Actually, see how indecisive I am sometimes. Those fit quite nicely. Let's see what else we've got. Yeah, this one. That one there goes quite nicely, I think. Maybe we'll make that into a pocket and we'll put a little bit of something behind it, I think. We've got grid paper here. Maybe we will... oh, we'll throw that one there. Maybe we'll throw that behind it, I think, and that way sort of whatever's going into the pocket's not going to get caught on that stitching. So I think I might do that. I'm just going to tear that there. I tear everything really crooked, but yeah, at the end of the day, I kind of like everything looking wonky. Just think that it gives more character to your pieces. That's just my my preference. I think I like it like that too because when I was sort of new to crafting, I was trying to make everything perfect and nothing was coming out perfect, and I was getting a bit frustrated, and so now I'm kind of just learning to accept that things aren't going to be perfect, and And that's why I sort of create things to be a bit wonky as well, because I'm doing it on purpose, you know. It doesn't have to be perfect, and I'm doing that sort of thing on purpose. Yeah, so I think that's why I've sort of turned to that there. It's a little bit wonky, and then we have a straight pocket. I think I'll leave those holes showing in case I want to thread anything through there. And we'll grab, where did that go? It's under all my stuff, I think. Maybe we'll make that a little bit lower. I'm just going to tear this here. I don't want it to be so tall, this one. I think. And then we'll guesstimate. Around about there. And I might just use some glue on this one, I think. And I'll take that and I'll stitch it, and then I'll try and do some simple design over here, I think. And then I think I'll stop this part, and yeah, I think it's getting a little bit late in the afternoon for me to carry on, actually, because it is such an overcast day. Maybe I will have to sort of stop it and not do two parts, but I think this one will be quite a long video anyway. Let's just pop that there just to do that, and then I'm going to add some decoration just to here, but what do we have? I do want to do a little bit of journaling space here, but I want to leave some of this pattern, so I've torn out lots of bits of books here. So I'm just going to do a little area of journaling space and a little bit of decoration on this side, I think, and then leave quite a bit of the pattern showing. Should we do it down below? What? Gosh, I'm so indecisive, aren't I? I'll add a bit there, and then I'm going to do a little bit of collage, or I'll have a look at my little bin here and I'll see if I've got anything pre-made up. I do sort of throw things in here. I don't really know. That's too big. I don't really know what I've got in here. I have these are like little originals of, I made these on handmade paper. They're really sweet. Maybe we can add one of those. Actually got quite a few of them here. What else? Lots of little bits and pieces I throw in here. Sifting through. Or we could just make up a little collage ourselves on there. Let's have a look and see how any of these look anyway. Do have that sort of a ruffly piece I made with some fabric. No, I don't think this is going to take up too much. Maybe we will just add one of these little embellishments here. We'll see what goes nicely. Something quite plain might be quite nice. Best day ever. I might use this one because I kind of want to keep it neutral and have that background showing there. So yeah, I'll put this down, and then that can be stitched around as well, and then we'll come back and we'll add a little embellishment to the top there, and we'll leave that pattern paper sort of peeking through. So I think that's a really lovely piece there. You probably could put that in one of your journals actually, but Yeah, I'm not very good at mixing, I don't think, mixing patterns and stuff together. I'm going to pop that one up there. Yeah, I'll come back after I've done some stitching. Alright, so I'm going to go and stitch. I'll stitch that all around there and we'll glue a few more pieces and we'll see how it's looking. Okay guys, so now I've just stitched that little pocket there. I'm going to pop that over there and I'm going to glue, I'll also glue this, so I'll just throw some glue down on this one now. Yeah, these were made out of my handmade paper, which I love to make little embellishments out of. And we'll just pop that one sort of at the top there. Then you've got that top space there where, you know, if you want to add a photo, that's quite a nice little background. And then you've got already a decorated piece here and some space to write. And I'm just going to add glue to this one because I run out of, well, can't find my tape. It's somewhere. Gosh, I can hear dogs, I can hear birds. Animals are noisy here today. But as they say, you don't need an alarm when you live in Australia because the birds are just so loud. So we'll put that one there. That's covering up your stitching there as well. So you've got another little pocket you can use. And yeah, I could go and decorate down there, but I think there's already a lot of patterns going on, unless you did one that was a little bit plain. But you've got a little pocket in there. You can put a couple of tags in, put some photos in, put some ephemera in that you want to use, whatever you like. So let's see how far we've come. Starting to get a little bit bulky now, but not too bad. I don't think it'll be a hugely bulky book because I'm just basically putting paper on top of paper. So here we've got our pockets that we added to the front here. That's our little wallpaper see-through piece that we did there. And then on the back there we just collaged, well, we put some paper over it and did a little bit of a collage there, and so that's that. And then this one here, we did that one. I really love this piece here. I think that's really nice. And these two, so we're not even nearly halfway, guys. Oh my goodness. So I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to make a video on every single page that I decorate, because I think that will end up like 100 videos. So I might have to go ahead and just do some decorating off camera just so that it's not so long. But of course I will check back in and I'll keep making videos of the series, and I'll just kind of I'll probably do like a few pages and then I'll make a video and then I'll do a few, so you guys aren't, you know, watching 100 videos. But I will, yeah, I'll share with you quite a bit. So I'll leave this part here, I think, and tomorrow I'm going to make the video on the ephemera packs. So that one might be quite a long one too, because I am doing quite a few, and I'm doing a floral. I'll share with you a little sneak peek actually. I'm doing a floral sort of themed one, and then I'm doing some vintage ones that I have done. So I did pick out some, oh, did I get them all? Let me just check, guys, sorry. Oh yeah, so here's, I just pre-cut some papers out for them. So like that's kind of going to be one, and then yeah, I've got just a few bits and pieces that I'm adding in some little pockets and things like that. So hopefully I'm really looking forward to doing this floral one actually, because I normally do the vintage ones and I haven't done them for quite some time now, and I will make a few packs of those, but this is something I haven't done before, so I'm gonna see what I can sort of gather up and put inside these little ephemera packs. So it's going to be really fun. I think I might do some little scrappy embellishments and things to go in here, some collaged envelopes, and yeah, some tickets and some little birds. And actually I've been cutting out some little things, so I'll share with you little sneak peeks. It's only tomorrow anyway. So this is one of my little old cigar boxes here that I keep. I keep my bird cutouts. I keep little tickets that I've stamped and I've die cut out and things like that, florals. So yeah, just little pieces in here that I like to put into my little ephemera packs and things like that. So that will be tomorrow's video, and then Wednesday I'll be out shopping, so no video then. But so yeah, so I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. I hope you are all doing really well this week. And thank you again for your comments. I love chatting to you guys. I love talking about where you're from, and if the people that are going through winter at the moment, it's cold, and I really wish that we could trade some weather for a short amount of time anyway. But I love chatting to you guys, and especially chatting to the ones places that I have been, and I do know some places that are over there in Europe and stuff. I can chat to you guys about some things in common and that, so it's really fun. And I'm also over on Facebook. I do link my mushroom market page over on Facebook. If you guys ever want to private message me over there, or Instagram, you can private message me there and we can chat if you want to chat about crafting stuff and that kind of thing. I love to do that. So thank you once again for taking the time to watch my videos. I really appreciate it, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful week, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye guys.